Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Goodrich Chronicles. I am your host, Anthony Goodrich, and today's subject is going to be a tough one. And the reason I say that is because we're going to talk about kids being left in the car way too long while it's hot outside. We had 13 people alone in this country already die, and the summer just started. Okay? It just started. 13 kids are dead already, and we got to put a stop to that. The latest case comes out of California. A young lady by the name of Maya Hernandez. She's 20 years old. She had a couple shorties in the back seat, strapped them in, decided she was going to have a cosmetic procedure taken care of. She left the air conditioner on for them. Okay? So she knew they were there. Left the air conditioner on for them, but after 90 minutes, the air shuts off. I'm not sure how long she was in there for, but by the time she came out, one of the two kids had died. Did you hear me? One of the two kids had died. Okay? So this definitely wasn't intentional. This is just straight up careless and selfish, if you ask me. But I'm not judging. I'm just saying. So that's just one. And then we have one out of Texas where a 5-year-old dies because the mother left in the car too long, strapped in a hot car. Okay? People, we got to get a grip. We got to get a grip on what we're doing. We have to be more aware of our surroundings. We have to be more aware of who we're dealing with. We have to be more aware of our children, period, regardless to how much of our routine is the same. Because I know sometimes you do things over and over and over again, and then something happens and you forget that you even have your child in the car or what have you. I saw that happen with my own eyes. I was living in Maine, Portland, Maine. Got up one morning to go to work. Stopped at Cumberland Farms little store in the area, right? I saw a guy take his baby, who was in the car seat, out of the car, put him on top of the car, goes back in the car to shuffle some things around, I guess to make room. I don't know what he was doing. But then he gets in the car. I'm inside the store watching all this happen. My car is outside getting gas. I see all this going, and he gets in the car. He literally pulls off with the baby on top of the car. And I was about to say, oh my God. And by this time, he starts to pull off. And I run out of the store. By the time he gets to the intersection to try to go either left or right, the baby falls off the top onto the ground. Luckily, it was because he had stopped his car to go to the intersection, and the baby just slid off. And luckily, the baby wasn't already out, the car hadn't already gone onto the main traffic. So it had fallen into the parking lot of the store. The baby was bruised up a little bit, not too bad, more scared than anything, I'm sure. But this just brings my point home. We have to be more aware and understand what we're doing. So I have a solution that may help. If you have kids and you're driving in the car with them and you need to drop them off or whatever, take your shoes off and put them in the back seat. Or put them on the floor near the baby or something. That way it'll remind you before you get out of the car, because you're not going to want to get out barefooted, that your shoes are in the back, and then it will bring attention that you have a child back there as well. Hopefully that helps. But anyways, let's watch these clips that I have, and maybe we can learn something from it and cut down on the numbers of these kids dying every year. Check it out.
Mother in California's Central Valley is accused of leaving her two young sons in a hot car for hours while she was at a cosmetic appointment at a med spa. Tragically, her 1-year-old son died after being hospitalized with a body temperature of 107 degrees. A 2-year-old boy survived. Bakersfield police say Maya Hernandez left the children in her car for about 2.5 hours, the air conditioning automatically shutting off after the first 90 minutes. The boy's grandmother says that she's haunted by the thought of the boys trapped in that sweltering heat.
I couldn't stop screaming. I just kept picturing them alone. I can't even imagine what they went through.
Hernandez will be arraigned on involuntary manslaughter and child cruelty charges this Friday. The boy's father is incarcerated.
7:41, a heartbreaking incident in the Houston area. A 9-year-old girl dies from heat exposure after being left in a car for 8 hours Tuesday. She was found alone in the parking lot of an industrial plant in Galena Park, that's on the city's east side. Authorities say a woman who works at the facility brought her daughter to work and knowingly left her in the car when her shift began around 6 a.m. The child was left alone with only some water and a window crack. When the mother checked on her after work, it was around 2 p.m. She wasn't responsive. She was given CPR and was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead.
Mother knew and left her in the vehicle with some water, a window partially lowered, and went to work. It's not worth it to just put a child at risk like this, for any particular reason.
We got a new look at how Cobb County Police prevented a tragedy in the Cumberland Mall parking lot. This is body cam video that we're showing you right now of moments the officers rescued 2 kids from a hot car. Cobb County deputies responded to multiple 911 calls about the children that were in the car. When they arrived, the temperature inside that car had reached a scorching 117 degrees. As it sat there in the parking lot for 41 minutes with the window partially cracked there. The children were evaluated on the scene but did not need to go to the hospital, thankfully. The children's father was arrested and charged with counts of cruelty to children.
An extremely tragic situation that just happened here. Mom came to work this morning, who typically drops her child off at the Pinnacle School. She works right next door. She does that routine on a daily basis, and she thought that she had dropped the child off, went to work, left the child in the car, and came out this afternoon, went to the school to pick the child up. They told her that child never arrived, and they discovered the child in the back of the car, 5-year-old boy. Detectives are investigating right now. Their investigation involves determining whether it was an accidental or whether it was criminal. So that's what's happening right now. The family members are up there quite distraught, as you can imagine.
Now that is just tragic all the way around. All the way around. My heart goes out to all the family members related to those children. And I'm sure to those that didn't do this intentionally, they're gonna have their own hell to live with, Dealing with that every day and night, living with themselves, how they made such a poor choice. But I just feel like it was important that I bring this out to you. If you have any nieces, nephews, children, friends, pets, what have you, just remember, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of their surroundings, and let's not make this a continuous thing to keep happening. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Goodrich Chronicles. I'm Anthony Goodrich, signing off.